Hi, I'm Brandon and this is Sarah, and we just wanted to tell a little bit about Grassleaf Publishing. I started Grassleaf in spring, and we published our first book in August. And I started it really because I wanted to write a book and I knew I had no chance of getting published. And the more I learned about the traditional publishing industry, the more I realized that if you don't have a platform, it really doesn't matter how good your book is, because it's really more about the name of the author than the quality of the book. And that was disheartening to me as a writer, but it was also frustrating as a reader because I started wondering what kind of good content is out there that I'm not getting access to, because these poor writers, they don't have a famous name or a social media platform. And so I remember where I was the moment that I had this idea for a publishing company, and up to that point I just wanted to write. But I really felt like maybe I could do more than just write. Maybe I could um, add to a whole different level of content. And that idea was in my mind for almost a year before I finally acted on it. And I remember where I was the day that the name Grassleaf came to me, and I didn't understand really where that came from. I Googled it, and a couple different things came up, and one of them was this article about Leaves of Grass by Walt Whitman. And I had actually watched Dead Poet Society last year, and they spend a lot of time reading Walt Whitman. And what I found out was that Leaves of Grass was kind of this slang term that meant pages of minor literature. Like, Walt Whitman didn't think that anyone would care about his poetry. He really wrote that book for himself, and it was so different from anything that had ever been done. And there's a poem in there called "O Me, O Life," and there's an excerpt that's read from that in Dead Poet Society. It says, "O me, O life, of the questions of these recurring, of the endless trains of the faithless, of the cities filled with the foolish, what good amidst these, O me, O life? Answer, that you are here, that life exists, and identity, that the powerful play goes on, and you can contribute a verse." And I realized really quickly that's what I wanted to do with this publishing company, was to contribute a verse. And this allows me to do things differently than the traditional publishing company, because I feel like good content will get consumed. I had a guest lecture one time from someone who was at a big publishing company, and he told our class that people don't read anymore. It's an ancient thing, and no one does it anymore. And I just don't believe that. I kind of believe that the book selling industry is not what it used to be, but I don't think that's because of Netflix and stuff. I think it's because of the quality of the books published. And so I believe strongly that if good content's made available, it'll be consumed, even if the author is not well known. And so with Grassleaf, I've tried to make a logo in the hopes that even if people don't know who our authors are, they'll see our logo and they'll know, hey, this is a company that makes good content. Think about Oprah's book club. When you see Oprah's seal on a book, you realize that even if you don't know that author, that book is really good. So I want to do the same thing with Grassleaf Publishing. And so we are in our infancy. We only have one book that's published right now, and that is the Voice of God project that I wrote last year and published in August. And it's dedicated to Sarah here, who came into this world right in the middle of the book. So you know, I can't explain any of our financial success because it's not there. But I do think that we're contributing a verse, and there are some updates I want to give that's going to show that this company is growing faster than I thought it would. People want goodness; they crave it, and I'm hoping to make that available. I have an exciting update I'm going to bring to everyone's attention in the next couple months. But I hope that if you've had a chance to read the Voice of God Project, that you've reviewed it on Amazon, buy a copy for a friend, do whatever, just tell a friend. We want to contribute a verse, and we can't do that without other people helping us contribute a verse. And for those of you who have sent me encouraging texts and emails, thank you. Our email address is grassleafbooks@gmail.com. And for those of you who haven't had a chance to read our stuff yet, I hope that you will. And I hope that you'll enjoy our attempt to leave the world better than we found it.